Hello scholars and welcome to the 10th video series about waves, energy and information. I hope all of you have a really good time trying the coins experiment that we discussed yesterday, and you learn a lot how when particles collide there's a transfer of energy and how this is related with sound and sound waves and its energy. So for today, we're going to keep working about how we model energy transfer. Let's recall that the main objective that we are studying as marine biologists is how a mother dolphin communicates with her calf. So let's recall these ideas. So, particle collision models. Let's talk a little bit more in depth about what we learned yesterday with our coin models. So, what did you learn by investigating collision with coins? So, first thing, when the coins collided, they transferred their energy. That energy made the next coin move. Let's recall, scholars, that everything in the universe is functioning due to energy. However, energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transferred or transformed. So, in this way, we have the energy coming from the source. Remember the original part, which is your hand. So when you swing one coin, you are transferring your energy, your hand energy, your body energy to the coin, and then it is going all the way until it hits the other coin. So the original coin will stop, will lose some of its energy because it will collide with the other one and it will transfer its energy. This is a process that will stop eventually because, again, as I mentioned before, there's always friction. Everything on Earth has some friction. Friction is a force that goes against movement. So therefore, nothing has perfect movement. Otherwise, if there was no friction, things will never stop. Think about a car. If you were driving a car and there's no friction, when you are hitting the brakes, the car will not stop. Why? Because there's no force making the car wheels go the other way. So therefore, nothing will stop. So I hope all of you have a really good time in understanding the concept of transfer of energy with this coin experiment. So just like the coins, particles transfer energy when they collide. That's why, scholars, when you are talking and you're speaking, the voice that you are saying aloud, your voice that is coming from your voice box and your mouth with all your vocal cords is listened by someone else because your voice is making the particles collide with each other and send a message. That's why when people are, for example, in concerts, they need to put ginormous speakers because people that are in the front, they could listen really well the artist. But if you are very far away, you will not be able to listen to the music. So that's why they have to create they have to implement those types of speakers so everyone can listen. So to help us visualize how energy is transferred in particles collision, we made the coin experiment. So you are transferring energy from one source to another, and this is what's happening with sound energy too. So let's remember that we are investigating the following question. How does sound energy travel through a material? We're trying to investigate how it goes through the air, through the ground, and also through the water. Let's recall, scholars, that we learned about the three types of particles. We learned that air particles are very wide out. That's why you cannot grab air. It goes through your hands. Also, that water adopts the form of its container and its particles are a little bit more together, but even though there's a lot of movement. However, solids like this table, the particles are very much together. And these are the three main stages of matter. To change between stages of matter, you need a lot of energy or losing energy. But you will learn more about this topic in 5th grade with Miss Corkins. But at least you have this initial idea. So now think about what is happening to the energy when particles collide. Think about how the sound energy is traveling from source to listener through the material. So, if I want to call someone and it's very far out, I need to raise my voice. I need to have more volume. Why? Because I need to exhale more energy so the particles reach my listener. Even sometimes you have seen that people are like yelling at you and you can barely hear. And you're like, what's going on? I cannot hear. But when someone is next to you and they scream in your ear, you are like, wow, 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 that's way too loud. Why? Because so much energy is affecting your ears. So it all depends on distance and how far out are the listener from the source. Dolphins and whales, for what we have been learning, they're really good in locating each other in long distances. Humans, we cannot talk underwater, so we will not be able to communicate. That's why when, for example, there's a TV show, like let's say in Los Angeles, but we are watching it in Ohio, the sound and radio waves are going at speed of sound or even a little bit faster from the source, California, to our TVs in antennas and also through the satellites that are on space. That's why we can see news from all parts of the world. We can listen to things around the world. Like there's this app called TuneIn Radio, and if you open it, you can, for example, listen to radio stations in Alaska, radio stations in Australia, everywhere in the world. Why? Because the waves are going all around and you just need to tune it. So that's what's happening with sound energy. It's traveling through the air and even sometimes through the space. That's how sometimes we have internet, satellite internet, because it's coming from space and it's helping to transfer information faster. So how do particle collisions help you explain how sound energy travels through a material? So energy is going from one particle to the next particle, and it shows the direction that the sound energy is traveling from source to listener and the regular pattern of particles colliding. So if I have one pitch of sound, it will go in a certain way. It will have a very interesting characteristic. But if you could listen to a orchestra playing different instruments, you will see that there's different wavelengths of different instruments. Why? Because different instruments, the instruments, have different tones, pitches, and volumes where they are playing. That's why when you listen professional musicians playing, they have mastered the amount of sound and energy that is required from each instrument in order to play a really good sound or a really good piece of music. That's why music is very interesting, because different pitches and sounds and sound waves working together. So remember that we are marine scientists helping the Blue Ray Park superintendent figure out how mother dolphins and their calves send signals to the water to find each other. You now know that this happens because there's sound waves. There's sound waves going through the environment that is the water. And that's a way in which the mother is trying to communicate with her calf, is transferring information. So, chapter number 2, question. How does sound energy travel through water from a mother dolphin through to her calves? So, scholars, think about what we modeled in the diagram tool, the one that we are using to add what we are learning about the mother dolphin and her calf communication. So, how does sound energy travel through water from a mother dolphin to her calf? When a mother dolphin makes a sound, sound energy transfers to the particles of water near her, which collide with the nearest particles of water and transfer their energy. Those particles then collide with the next particle and transfer their energy, and so on, until the sound gets to the calves. So, this is a way in which we now know the details in which how the mother is making sounds, and that sound is traveling at a certain speed to reach her calf. It is very important how animals had evolved to use these different tools for communication, especially because now we know that calves require to be nurtured and supported by her mom for about 1 year. They rely totally on her mother. So if the mother is gone, the calf will probably die. So that's a way in which evolution have helped these dolphins to get together as social animals and to survive. So let's think about reflection. Remember that scientists use certain words to explain their ideas. When we write to the park superintendent, we use a specific language. This chart helps us to do that. So we have used source, visualize, explain, material, collision, particle, and also transfer. So for today's work in your packet, you will need to complete a chart that is asking you, what do you know and think about the word transfer? If you don't know what is transfer, please look in your dictionary or open your Chromebook and go to Google. But also, you can think about what we have been learning about the transfer of energy between the coins, between the particles, the tsunami video and reading that we did. So you have a lot of materials and ideas that you can use to answer this question. So what is transfer? Transfer, to move something from one place to another. So we are thinking about this, but think a little bit broader. Think about what we are learning about sound, sound waves, sound energy, transfer of energy, wavelengths, volume, energy. All of these are related, and all of these help us to better understand this phenomenon. Okay, scholars, this will be the end of today's lesson. Please watch the video as many times as you require to complete your work. Remember that you need to complete the work that has a star in your packet. And today is going to be about the word transfer. Please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions or any idea that you would like to discuss. I hope all of you did really well with the coin experiment, that you enjoy it, and I look forward to seeing you on Monday in our last science video. Thank you so much, scholars. Have a good one. Bye-bye.